Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. We are joined again this week by our special guest and regular artist, Zoe. And of course, Jake, Laura and Eddie with me as usual. I'm Darby. I never do this. Why?
Hi, Darby.
Yeah. Hi,
It's because you can physically see us instead of just not looking at us in the same room. You just ignore us completely. It's true. I'd avoid looking at us too. And I do, because my back faces the TV that's usually behind me.
Yeah.
Now the TV that's usually behind me pulls off fake lighting. Haha.
It's as good a method as any. So
I should really mic my mute when I do that. Sorry.
Mic my mute.
Shut up.
I'm just now imagining someone shoving a mic next to like a trumpet mute to see how it sounds.
Of course you would. Of course, that's where your brain goes.
Where are my projections? So, any plugs? This episode is going up in late June.
I have a couple.
Yep.
First one's a fun one. New headphones. So apologies for the audio quality drop. I technically do still have the microphone I was using last week, but I have a housemate. So this is better. And second, whenabouts is this set to release, Darby?
29th of June.
29th of June. Okay. Couple of days until I start testosterone.
Yay!
In
Man
your
time.
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 So that's one exciting thing, but I did just want to step in as the trans person of the group and the person of the group who does play a character of colour, just to say a quick something about what's been happening recently. I'm sure everything has died down a little bit by now, but
hopefully there's still action being taken, though.
Yeah. We're hoping that action will be taken and that by now even that changes have happened. But please, if you're listening to this and you don't support the Black Lives Matter movement or understand ACAB, I have been quite vocal about it on both my Twitter and Instagram. I'm happy to be that voice of conversation if you are uncomfortable having it with people of colour. Please educate yourself. If you do support Black Lives Matter and understand the ACAB movement, please sign petitions, donate where you can, and support creators of colour. Obviously, we're all very fucking white in this podcast, but we are queer creators and we do understand the differences in privilege throughout, all parts of society really, but I can't speak for everyone, but I personally do think that, especially when we do have a platform, it is our responsibility to help elevate voices. So, that being said, if you are a creator of colour or a queer creator of colour and you want to get stuff out there and want us to promo it in this show, I am happy for that to be my plug for the week anytime. So please message me your stuff. It doesn't have to be podcast related. It doesn't even have to be entertainment related. If you want me to share your Etsy store, if you want me to share your art, anything. I commission a lot of art from a lot of different artists. So please send me those links because I would love to see it. And yeah, I think... I don't know if I have missed anything or anyone wants me to touch on anything, please just message me because I'm happy to have that conversation. Also, I know it's the end of Pride Month when this is being released, but happy Pride Month. Pride was a riot started by a Black trans woman. Never forget that.
Two Black trans
women, love you.
Wasn't it?
One was a lesbian.
Several Black trans women, yes.
Yeah. The two kind of figureheads of the movement were a Black trans woman, Marsha P. Johnson, and a Black butch lesbian whose name escapes me at the moment, unfortunately.
That's it. Yeah.
But if you want links to anything, I have fucking copious links everywhere. But if you can't find it, please just message me. All my information is wherever. Anyway.
Brilliant. Yeah. Anyone else?
No.
Then
Hard to follow up.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry to shift the tone a little bit. I just I feel like
it's important.
Yeah, it's important, and I personally feel like it would be irresponsible, especially playing a character who I have made the active choice to be a person of color. Like, it would feel wrong with my own values and things that I support not to speak about it on this platform that I have. So anyway.
Yeah. All right. So without further ado, let's jump right into this episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. And we're back. So, where we last left off, the party ventured into the tower of Carthus Tenexcus, the governor of Bapsashard, and they were accompanied by a tiefling bard named Ross, replacing their previously assigned
Here it is.
Think so.
Yeah. I will acknowledge on re-listening through stuff for editing that I did mess up the meeting point at the start of the last session, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We're only human, and it was several
Yes,
thousand
it was about
years
3
between,
months between
recordings.
sessions.
I'd forgotten how to play my entire character, and in the 2 weeks since we've recorded, I forgot our entire last session, so you're fine.
So, the party investigated the tower, discovered that there was no simple method of traveling simply up the tower. Instead, there was an array of doors with gems over them. In investigating, there seemed to be a link between the gems and different planes of existence, and the party eventually stumbled into a room representing the planes of the elemental chaos. Upon finding an elemental myrmidon there, a chaos myrmidon, they got out of there and ventured onwards to a room representing, at least, if not being maybe a part of, the Feywild.
We don't know.
Mystery.
So,
Mystery Incorporated. Sorry.
So, what would you like to do? You just met this old green-skinned crone who asked you what you were doing in her domain, or specifically in our domain, implying some sort of plurality.
Fair enough.
Where Neumann just yeeted off the canvas. There he is.
Yeah. So it was a joke. He was
on
in
roll
fact
20.
behind the house, and I was going to
Yeah,
make a joke.
I did see
like,
that.
"Oh, just checking your pipes, ma'am.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Roll 20.
Anyways, the bill's on the table, and we are out of here. Thank you for your time. That was going to be the joke, but we got straight into it. I was like, oh.
Neumann, you have a kind of nagging sensation in back of your head, almost like it's almost akin to sort of tinnitus. In that it's just this thing that
There's something there.
yeah, just a kind of ringing that's making it a little bit hard to focus.
I ask for those playing along at home, and definitely not me, who is just stupid. What's tinnitus?
Ringing in
Tinnitus.
your ear.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty debilitating condition.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, depending on, it can range in severity.
yeah. It happens a lot when people get exposed to loud noises for prolonged periods of time.
A lot of
That,
sound
or I'm just
engineers
thinking
get it.
like, think
A lot
of
of
it
sound
like,
engineers, a lot of tradies who deal with heavy machinery.
think of like in a movie where a bomb just goes off. Usually everything just
the
goes
ringing
dead
and-
silent, and the
Yeah.
ringing
I've had
starts.
that happen
Yeah.
to me before. I just didn't know there was a fancy medical word for it.
So
Yeah.
tinnitus, I may be wrong, but I believe tinnitus is more so when that ringing lasts for.
It's like a sound just
more
constantly.
permanently.
Yeah, I've got a
Yeah.
sibling who has that and a friend as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it in 1 year.
But yeah,
occasionally.
it's a little bit of sound in Neuman's head that you can't quite place.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I think we got pushed in here. We were sort of hurried in here. We're trying to be somewhere else. How do we get back?
Oh, you just go through that crack, sweetie.
Yeah, well, guys, this place is giving me a bit of a headache. I don't particularly want to leave. Also, thanks for calling me sweetie. That's very lovely of you. But yeah, what do you say, guys? Let's get out of here.
I don't know. It looks pretty cool here. Like, yeah. Well, you got
It sort of feels familiar, but I can't really say I've been here before. Do you recognize me? He steps to the hag. Yeah, no, I haven't been here before, I don't believe.
Why don't you come in? I'm sure my sisters would like to meet you.
Oh.
What's the occasion?
Well, it's not often we have visitors.
And where exactly is this, if you don't mind me asking? It's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong, but not too sure where we are. We're a little lost, you see.
It is a sort of synthetic nexus of the Feywild.
Okay.
Synthetic. Alrighty. Well, so this isn't. So what is this? Maybe that's why it's familiar. So is this actually the? Is this actually the Feywild, or?
No. But it has many of the same effects, many of the same traits.
I've heard of a few, and he turns to the rest of the party. Do you guys know what those effects are? Because I can't quite remember.
What?
If we just leave, I think something happens, but
I'm confused, Neumann. Are you okay?
yeah,
We-
but can I roll to see if Neumann knows how the Feywild works?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna guess that is Arcana.
That would probably be the most appropriate, yes.
That is a no-go. That is a total of 7.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry guys, I just can't, I swear something, maybe nothing happens. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. I'm not feeling too good at the moment. I sort of just want to get out of here, to be honest.
Is there, and Anya, she kind of looks really worried about Neumann, and she's frowning at him, and she turns to the others and she's like, is there a reason that we need to be here? to know what that accent was. It came out.
As far as I'm aware, we just picked a door and went through it before we got thrown through it.
Neumann, sweetie, I'm not talking to you.
Sorry, I thought you were. Yeah, alright. I'm just getting my head together.
I'm trying to remember if anything happens to tieflings in the Fey world.
Well, since I touched upon this, I will
same thing that happens to Tabaxi and pretty much anyone else but elves. Go on, Laura.
I will say that when you drew Chester to look at Birdie, he is kind of like, so Birdie is normally, he looks pretty much mostly like an elf. He just sheds a lot. He just wears horrible, like, bright lurid clothes. But and he doesn't seem pretty conscious of this himself, but the second he stepped into this room, and we've all gone into there, he's kind of like shifting somewhat erratically between like what he looks like normally and like the sort of side that you sometimes see when he's trying to glamour himself back into what he looks like, which is like his skin is like pink and his eyes are like completely red, and he's sort of like, he just has like plants and leaves and flowers like spraying out pretty much everywhere, like mostly from his head. But he kind of like, he's not like that normal. It's just like a pulse, kind of like it's just wavering constantly between that and what he normally makes himself look like. But yeah.
Human doesn't notice. I just rolled and he got a 6. No, he got a
He just
8.
doesn't look at him at all. So yeah.
Bertie, are you okay?
Oh yeah?
The Feywild, I think, is, well, I don't know many Eladrin aside from you, but I think the Feywild is reverting you to a Fey form? I don't know. I don't
No, it's there's just it's obviously a very good kind of Feywild. This is kind of weird. I still don't quite understand this. Sorry, miss, over there. That's all cool. I'll just and he kind of like focuses and like he casts Mask of Many Faces basically to kind of like just tug that illusion back into place for what he normally looks like.
You don't have to, Bertie. It was, it's still you.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine though. It's better looking like yeah, it's cool. Anyway,
Ross is just kind of sitting like a little bit in front of the door, just fully sitting on the ground, watching Birdie do all of this, just like, what? She's just sitting there kind of like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool. I'm back to normal now. It's fine. Cool. Yeah, just it's the Feywild. It just does that sometimes. So,
I love that the hag has just been like patiently sitting there while we debate whether or not we're going in.
So Neumann might actually try to leave, I feel like. He's going to turn around and walk towards the crack, which the hag so kindly suggested he goes through to leave.
Can I just I don't know, would it be like an insight check or an intelligence check for Anya to know whether or not the crack is actually the way we came from? Or is it just
you
like
you can roll an insight check if you would like.
Oh no. I don't like that.
I don't like the phrasing of that.
Darby is smiling a lot right now.
Wow, what the fuck? Why don't I do insight checks more often?
You've got a pretty high insight, don't you?
Yeah, it's plus 12, so that's 18. I rolled a 6.
18. Yeah, 'cause there doesn't seem to be any deception in her voice or demeanor.
Neumann, if you're feeling unwell, then maybe we should, maybe that is for the best? We don't have any other reason to be here, right? There wouldn't There wouldn't be an artifact or anything?
It looks so cool. Oh, artifact, you say? Oh. Well, yeah. Like, they look so cool here, though. Like, you guys aren't just, like, a little bit intrigued? You haven't been to the Feywild much before?
Ross
I'm very
raises her
intrigued,
hand
but I'm
and just
very
kinda,
worried about Neumann.
Ross raises her hand and goes, "I would like to leave."
Oh,
You're looking
so-
for an artifact, are you?
yes.
To be honest,
It
I
happens
don't.
just like that at the same time.
To be honest, I don't really know what we're looking for. We're sort of just looking for something, but it doesn't look like anything of importance.
I was an
here.
11 on deception, by the way, so she does not believe me.
So thank you for the invite, but I'm probably going to leave now. Are you guys coming with?
Don't you want to know more about that blade by your side?
The blade. Neumann turns
Yes, I
around.
think we should definitely leave right now.
Well, no, hang on. This might be a good opportunity because remember how the Magic Council was going to have a look at the blade, and then they would had to have taken it off me, which would have been a problem. So they were going to look into that. So I don't know. Maybe this might be a good opportunity to find out some more.
The woman steps forward, and as she does so, Neumann, you feel it's not like a physical burning, but there is almost like a burning rage that you feel emanating from Titania's needle.
Oh.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Okay. All right. So, please don't come any closer, ma'am. Can you talk from over there? Because the closer you get, the louder the ringing gets.
Anya sort of steps in front of Neumann and pushes him behind her a little bit just to sort of put that body between the boy and the hag. Ba-da-da.
So, what did you mean more about this sword? How do you know about it?
It is more Olga's domain.
Could
I'm
she
guessing
come out
that's-
here, maybe?
Guessing that's one of your sisters.
Is she housebound?
We have company.
So, everyone,
No, this is
I
good.
think-
We have a quick escape if
Yeah.
things go bad. I'd rather them out here.
Neumann takes a sidestep, very slowly, towards the crack.
Okay, like a back step. Yep, okay.
Am I like the closest to the crack?
Slide to the crack. Yes, you are.
I'm guessing you must be.
I believe the crack is exactly where you are.
Okay, cool. So I've just been kind of
I like my
sitting
spot
there,
on that map. Thank you.
like wondering whether I should get up or not.
Neumann's going to inch another 5 feet towards the crack. So, what about the sword?
As the two hags exit the structure, you feel like that rage kind of intensifying. Neumann, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Is this anything I would get advantage for?
No.
No, probably not. Probably
And-
disadvantage, if anything.
What was the check? Just
A wisdom
Wisdom save.
saving throw.
double checking. Wisdom. Oh wow, damn. Is that normal? Have I always had a negative one to wisdom? Or is
Yes.
that new?
I guess like
Yeah.
Newman's very
Wow.
intelligent but not wise.
Huh.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't like the sound of this.
Cool.
I don't
well,
like
that
being
is
closest to him.
that is a 6.
A 6?
A 6.
Oh no.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Anya and Bertie, you notice that familiar kind of golden glow to Newman's eyes as the
Uh-oh.
spirit of the blade takes over. And Neumann, could you do your 30 feet face or misty step towards the hags, and everyone roll for initiative, please?
Yeah. Anya's just like, fuck. And no, she's like, oh shit, and then prepares a hex.
So yeah, I guess from the perspective of to you guys, Neumann sort of like just slowly crouches to the ground, and his hand gets put on his blade whilst it's still sheathed, as he sort of goes into like that leaning down to start like a running race stance with his hand on the blade, and then his eyes start glowing, and then there's just dust where he was. Then you look over at a hag.
I can hear that. It's like charging up like
Yeah.
Ross, who just rolled a 6 on initiative, is like, what?
This is good, actually. 5,
Neumann,
10, 15,
what
20, 25.
what do you have as your initiative?
I am working that out. I rolled a 15. 21.
21. Anya.
okay, 12.
12. And Bertie.
8.
8.
I forgot my initiative bonus. I rolled a 12.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Not quite as bad as we feared.
Okay. I have a +4 dex, so I think I'd go ahead.
Yeah.
Ross. Yep.
Yes. Actually, Ross also has a +4 dex. So we'll
At the
leave
same
it-
time.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to you guys, like whoever in the moment
Wants to go first.
wants to go first, because sometimes there might be advantage to waiting that moment. Sometimes you might want to jump right into
Oh,
things.
do we have the same initiative?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I don't listen to numbers. I'm a theatre student.
It's fair.
So
Relatable.
Neumann, you want initiative. These hags are evil fae.
Yes.
So you want to go for them, or rather the spirit that's possessing you wants to go for them. So roll me an attack with Titania's needle
Sure.
at advantage.
Yeah. That's good. That's not so good, but it's advantage. So, I believe that is a 15 plus 12, 20... No, that's 27? 27.
27 will hit.
Alrighty. And then... Oh, I'm excited about this. I'm very excited about this. So, we've got 1d8. Okay, so that's 1 plus 8, which is 9. And then 2d8 psychic.
Oh.
3.
Oh, Neumann.
4 damage altogether for psychic. And then 3d10 fire damage.
Ooh.
Which I'm hoping I get better rolls for.
There's no reason he'd have sneak attack too, right?
No. Oh, yes, because he has advantage.
Oh,
No.
But look, I rolled
The
a
hand
1 for
you
my
hit.
first fire, so out of a d10.
Yeah, but you still get. I don't
Yeah.
know how many sneak attack dice you have because it's different from mine.
9 fire damage, and then sneak attack for me, I believe, is only 2, maybe 3. I'm just looking for it now. Sneak. I only get 3d6. And then sneak attack is 6, 7, 8 piercing.
8.
So many minimum rolls there. Oh my god.
Yeah. That is 30 points of damage.
That is
dealt all up.
fairly average, but good.
Yes.
I like where he is. He's going to stay there.
I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily have much choice in the matter.
Well, I'm guessing I could have like one more Misty Step if I want. to another Fae, but I don't particularly want to.
You don't have the... no, because it is technically a different term. Yeah. Okay. So it is the hag that you just attack, Sko. And she and her sisters. I'm going to go into combat cam now.
Oh, hang on. I don't get a bonus action, do I? To attack again.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm going to take advantage of that.
Yeah. You do, strictly speaking, have to attack with Titania's needle being possessed, but you can still make your bonus attack with that.
Alright, so he only unsheathed Titania's needle, so he hasn't been dual wielding, so I will take his AC down by 1, if that helps.
In that case, you can't, you can't take the bonus action attack.
Because, if I have to attack with Titania's needle, then, the only way he'd be able to do is, switch hands or something, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Cool. Alright, well, then he can't use his bonus action. So, instead, if he can he dodge? Just reading it.
Is that one of the things you can take as a bonus action as a rogue?
Was a rogue?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yes, you can. Okay.
Cool.
Alright. So, Neumann, you see not just the hag that you are facing, but also the two others. They chant some sort of arcane chant. And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, god damn it. Also, I can't use dodge as a cunning action, so
okay.
He just chills there. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. 17.
17. That is sufficient. You shrug off whatever this spell is.
Was that a charm as well, just out of curiosity? I should have advantage as well.
Strictly speaking, no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Alright. Next is another hag's go. It will be the red dotted hag. We're fairly close quarters, so it probably doesn't matter too much for audio listeners at the moment. We do have Roll20 sorting out combat stuff, but it's still fairly close quarters. Ross by the crack, Neumann by the furthest forward hag, and then Anya and Bertie pretty much right in between them. So second hag is going to try... what is that? It's going to try another spell in a similar vein. Actually, how many... Yeah, can I get everyone to roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, no. Okay.
Is this something that's a charm?
No.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, phew. Oh my. Okay.
That I got exactly the same. 17.
17 also. Does Hafren have to make this throw?
No.
Cool.
Ross got a 9.
Oh, Ross.
Okay,
And it's a 13 for Birdie.
13 is just enough. But Ross, you feel yourself, you feel your muscles seize up as you are magically held in place.
Oh, okay.
You are considered paralyzed for the duration of this spell.
Fantastic.
I believe you can... Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, you can make another save.
So I can't really do anything until this isn't on me anymore, huh?
Let me just double
Or until we
check.
kill the hag that cast that on you.
Yeah, pretty much. Not necessarily kill her, but get her to drop concentration.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't take
Alrighty.
actions or reactions. Attack rolls against you have advantage. you automatically no, that's petrified. So can't take actions or reactions, automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of you.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Be happy now.
It'll be fun. Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I guess that means I can just keep eating my dinner while we fight.
Anya.
Okay, so Anya's going to she's going to use her action to become invisible.
All right.
Using her Ring of Mind Shielding, which I've just read. She's invisible until she uses an action to make it visible, or until she removes the ring, or until she dies. So, I don't know if that's broken, Darby.
Does it give you invisibility or greater invisibility? Because invisibility means any action ends invisibility, but greater invisibility, I believe, it doesn't matter.
It just says you can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Never mind. I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, this is too powerful. Okay, instead she's going to...
The other thing to note is that the Ring of Mind Shielding is an attunement item.
Didn't she attune to it?
You
You got married though that night.
Yeah, so you might have, but you have got 3 items outside of that attuned on beyond, which are the Oath Bow, the Gem of Seeing, and the Ironstone of Agility.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have it attuned then. Never mind. Instead, she's going to use the Oath Bow, and she is going to... Fuck. Okay. I just can't remember whether or not I can after the next one. I don't want to make a sworn enemy and then just that person be dead. But that's fine. You know what? She's going to use her Oath Bow and just shoot at the hag next to Neumann.
Alright, roll to hit.
Is that an advantage because I'm right next to him?
Not an advantage.
No,
but
I just get sneak attack.
Yeah.
However,
right, yeah.
I have a feeling that 12 doesn't hit.
Yeah, no, it does not.
Yeah, no, I had a little bit of a feeling. So she's going to use her bonus action to hide.
All right.
Which I should probably roll for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. 28.
28.
So good luck seeing me.
Fair.
I will just drag you off to that corner so that you are in a spot where you could feasibly be hidden.
I can hide even when I'm partially obscured. I have a thing. I have a feat.
That out in the open isn't partially obscured though, so...
There's a cliff right there.
Just climb under the cliff like a troll.
Okay, so...
I think Zoe gets to roll.
Yes, so Ross, it is your turn. You can't really do anything, but at the end of your turn you do get to roll to try to break the spell's effect on you.
Fantastic.
So it is another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Should I just do it now, or?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was going to say, do I need to be able to move to cast Inspiration? But I think I do.
Yeah. It's full paralysis.
4.
4. Yeah, he's still.
Oh, dang.
Just take a breather. You've been carrying us all this way.
Yeah, it's true,
Just take
actually.
a break.
She's the competent
She's
one.
just kind of like fully rigid, lying on the ground, and she's just kind of watching everything with her eyes, just like, what the fuck? Where'd Anya go? What the fuck? Why are they glowing?
All right. Next is the hag with the green dot, and she is going to. They've used the 6th. They've used the 5th. She might try. Actually, seeing the danger to her sister, she's going to, raise one hand up and start chanting, and you hear the sound of thunder.
Oh, no.
As a lightning bolt comes down and strikes you, Neumann. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure, hang on. Is this... Hang on, because I'm pretty sure I just unlocked this when I leveled up. Is this something that I could, like, if I see them do the attack, I can dodge? As well, like a half damage or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Uncanny dodge, yeah.
I don't think
Cool.
you've got evasion yet, though, do you?
No, it's just uncanny dodge. Cool. So, let's see if I dodge it. I think I get hit with it anyways, but we'll see. So, that is a 13 plus 10, 23.
Okay, so it misses you.
Nice.
Well, so you manage to kind of dodge out of the way. It's still kind of, the heat from it still grazes off of your back.
I will
Would it,
also
if he
use
has
uncanny
uncanny
dodge then.
Because that'd remove all.
Well, it's just quarter damage though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just reread how that works.
It's using my reaction.
She would actually move into position there because it is a line. So I'm going to need Bertie.
Directly in front of Neumann. Okay.
I'm going to need Bertie to make that save as well. I would also need Ross to make it if it weren't for the fact that she
Ross
automatically fails dexterity saving throws.
So, like, hang on, I'm just trying to imagine how that works.
Plank.
Maybe you dodge it because it goes over your head.
Yeah, I am lying down.
Yeah, true.
So she's like
Yeah,
getting this lightning from the sky and then like pointing it down towards us, I'm guessing. So it's like a big L shape.
Definitely.
So what did you roll, Bertie?
It's a dex save, so 16 plus 2, so 18.
So you managed to make it for half damage.
Great!
So I will work my way down. So Ross, you take 29 points of lightning damage.
Oh,
Shocking.
Go here.
Does this reactivate the muscles, reanimate them?
yeah, it should.
No, unfortunately. Bertie,
Advantage,
you take half that, so 14 points of lightning damage.
Alright. Yep.
And Neumann, you use your reaction, so you take half that again. So 7 damage.
Done.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, and Bertie also shifts back to the, like, just shifting between his glamour and not, because I guess that would jank out the disguised person. Cool.
Yeah, is that a
Pretty sure.
concentration spell?
I'm just making it, if it isn't, I think that would happen if he gets electrocuted. Yeah,
Guys,
so
surprisingly not.
yeah, well, as I said, I think he would do that anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hides the pain though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
It is Bertie's go.
Oh, ouch. Ladies, we don't have to fight, do we? I'm sure I can work something out. I don't know why my furry companion is attacking you guys, but I'm sure we can get him under control. We don't have to fight. Come on, what do you say? Let's sort something out. Fade to me.
You can roll me a persuasion check for that.
Alrighty. Not great. I roll a 12. What's his persuasion? Hang on. plus
It's a
5.
charismatic boy.
Yeah, well, it's Birdie, of course. He's got plus 5, so 17.
17. We do not want any trouble. We just don't want to be harmed.
Oh, don't worry, that won't happen. I can stop Neumann from attacking you if you like.
Can you?
Yeah.
We will physically drag him out of this place.
Yeah, no, I can do it. I've got. I think you might have tried to do that to us, which no judging. I can understand. It's a little bit weird that he's doing that. He kind of gets possessed sometimes. We don't know why, but yeah, I can do. I've got a little person holdy spell that I can cast on that. I've used it before, and he didn't blow up, so I'm sure the same will happen to Neumann.
Alright. So is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Alright, that's what he's going to try and do.
Okay.
He looks very dazzling because he rolled very hard on persuasion.
Alright.
And also floating around too.
Top of a new round. Newman.
Alright, let's
fuck!
Let's try something funky. So Neumann doesn't hear any of that. Newman literally... Oh, hang on. Okay, so Newman is going to move 10 feet to the side, quickly stop himself, and then run 5, 10, 15, 20 behind the hag. So basically, he's just stirred up a lot of dust running in a circle, basically, without going near the red circle hag, and is now behind the hag. He's going to stab this hag with Titania's needle.
Gosh darn it, Neumann!
He can't hear you, though.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
Alright, so it's at advantage.
Yeah.
That is most definitely going to hit. I think that's the same I got last time, actually. That is a 20... No, even better. 29.
Yeah, that'll hit handily.
Alright, cool. So...
You just gotta do enough damage to make it worth it.
Absolutely. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. So...
Don't forget you also get sneak attack dice.
Yep, that's what I'm doing straight from the get-go.
Oh, boy.
So for piercing damage, that is 4 plus 8, which I believe is 12. Oh, nice.
Oh,
24, 29 piercing damage.
Oh my gosh.
And then 2d8. 4, 7. Oh, this is so much better. So it's 11 psychic. And then 3d10.
Oh no.
This hag's about to get fucked up.
Well,
That 12 before was part of the piercing, wasn't it?
it was a total of 29 piercing.
Yeah.
And that 11 just then was for psychic.
Yeah.
And I just rolled a 1, a 3, and a 2. So 6 fire damage.
Alright. Is that everything?
And I just want to know, are they dead?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
as
no.
the dust settles, Newman's going to use his bonus action to hide behind the hag.
Alright.
Oh my god.
So, he's going to attempt to hide. For his hiding, which he gets disadvantage for. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Thank God.
So, he is going to be... What is that? So, a nat 1 brings it to a total of 15 stealth for my hiding.
Alright.
Attempting to hide behind the hag from the view of the other hags. As if he's just disappeared.
Oh Neumann.
Yeah, this hag is pretty bloody and bit burnt up.
Okay, good. I can see you.
Yeah, it is her go. She is going to try to cast Hold Person on you again. So, at the end of your turn, roll me a Wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
And then once you do, roll me a Wisdom save against the hag.
Sure. So, Wisdom saving throw. That is a 2, which
Oh
is 2.
no.
That is. Isn't
Human
the 2 1?
T-poses. No, I have the lucky stone.
Ah, of course.
You are very
Newman
possessed,
just
Neumann.
T-poses now. He stirs up dust, and then all that is revealed is him T-posing behind this hag.
He makes like an internet boot up noise.
Alright.
Comes out of his mouth like sonic sound.
Then the save against the hag's spell.
Sure. Is that at any disadvantage because I'm being held?
You're not being held.
What was the first save for then?
The first save was to resist the control.
Possessed.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So, and then the second was a 10, so 10.
Yeah. 10. That is not enough. You are held. You are
Okay,
paralyzed.
now
in
he
the same-
T-poses.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god.
And being confident that you are held, the hag steps away from you
Does she say anything?
into her domicile. Yeah, as she is leaving, she keeps her hands held out. Take him and leave this place.
Yes,
can do that.
Yes, we can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Fuck off,
Neumann.
Like he's doing a real life troll face.
Alright, I just need to quickly look up hold person.
No, you don't. Who's
No.
next, Darby?
Next is the hag that is holding Ross.
Oh,
She
the
is
whole
going
person.
to voluntarily drop hold person.
See, they're nice. They're nice hags.
Well,
I was going to say, what's the bet that as soon as Neumann attacks, these are the one nice hags we meet?
Yeah.
Living peacefully.
Am I out of the hold?
yes.
So Ross was like fully rigid on the ground, and she suddenly just completely just flops into the dirt, breathes once, and then just springs to her feet like, let's go, please.
She's
Yeah,
also
fair.
going to use the final shared 5th level slot to cast a spell on Neumann. Neumann,
No, she's
can you
not.
roll me? Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure, is this a charm?
No.
Ah, god damn. These guys know his weakness. Wisdom. Come on.
No, it just happens that the things that they're using. that they would want to
Okay,
use.
that's a 3.
3.
No.
So you are cursed.
No more curses.
Roll me a d4.
D4? Sure. I have rolled a 2.
2. So
Are you going to message it to me, or is it not secretive?
Please tell us. I'm begging you.
You could even like literally like make us take our headphones off and then just say to Jake so his listeners can know as well.
Yeah, this is true.
actually, roll me a d6.
He didn't like that punishment. He wants a different one.
Wants a nasty.
Or
4. So you have for the next. Well, I won't tell you how long it lasts, but you have.
do I have an ingrown
disadvantage.
toenail or something?
No. You have, for the foreseeable future at least, disadvantage on intelligence checks.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
That's
He's a smart cookie.
Not on saves, mind you, but on checks.
yeah.
that makes such a difference.
That's not.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
your beef stack.
That's-
but still.
That may actually hurt in the coming aspects of the
Oh
adventure.
no. Oh no. Gooder. Interesting.
All right, Anya, it is your go.
Okay, let me get a grips of where I am again. Cool. Oh, Newman's quite close actually. Would he be there?
physically grab him.
That's where I was.
Right
Pick it up
spot.
and take
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then I'm guessing it's a strength check to pick him up, to hoist him up, to start dragging him away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Newman being held doesn't have any chance at like saving or resisting this, so it would just be a strength check to make sure that you can drag a heavily armored catman.
That was Darby the remix.
12,
Yeah,
it's a
it
struggle. She's not lifting him up.
It's a
but is it
struggle.
enough?
You manage probably 5 feet back towards the crack.
Cool. I can't move Neumann, I just realised. She's going to sort of say to the others, some help would be nice, if possible.
Oh, you're serious? Okay.
Oh, no, you didn't cast it. Never mind. Yes, some help would be nice.
Next is Ross. Ross, you have full control of your body back again.
Yay!
Actually, sorry, just quickly before that, is there any chance that Anya can use her bonus action move? Because she can do that as a rogue?
I'd say your difficulty moving him, you could with your
Like
move
half speed? What is my move speed?
I'd say your move speed's 45. I'd say you can probably pull him back about 15 feet.
So 5, 10, 15. Cool. I don't know. I can't move Neumann, I don't think. Yeah.
I will move him.
So, yeah, that's where that boy be.
All right. Yeah, so...
Which is, for audio listeners, closer to the split. Not closer to the hag house.
About 15 feet away.
Where are we? Okay. Because I'm right next to the crack, aren't I? Is it still? Does it look like a door? Or is it like when we stepped through it, it became like a crack in reality?
It's kind of like a crack in reality. You can vaguely make out the room you just came through.
Okay, so it's not like I need to be near it to hold it open or anything.
No.
Okay. Could I use levitate?
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, so I want to use levitate because we're planning on getting the fuck out of there, and I don't need Neumann to go up to 20 feet into the air. But
Anya's got a hold of him anyway, so it's like you could just
are you gonna levitate
him
too?
to lift the weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe if you wanted to use a third no, this spell does not scale up. But yeah, does last up to 10 minutes if you can concentrate on it.
Do I have it at a lower level? No, I only have it at 5th level.
5th level?
Yeah. No.
2nd level, isn't it?
I can't read.
Levitation happens. Human float.
Yes,
I
it's the
assume.
2nd
Yes.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast levitate on Neumann.
So Neumann, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Not to puke.
Would that be a disadvantage because he's held or not?
No, it only affects strength and dexterity.
13.
What was it?
13, and that's a saving throw, did you say?
That is a saving
Yep,
throw.
so 13.
Yeah, that is not enough.
Hey.
So Neumann, in this heavy adamantine armor, begins to float up and...
And
Anya lets out a sigh of relief. She's like, oh.
Yeah, I know Anya was saying I could just hold the weight and you could carry him, but fully I'm just gonna Num him through the door.
He's, also, just before you did that, he's his wrist started shaking and the sword started rattling.
Oh.
Before you did
The
that.
vibrations.
So I levitate him and I say it's time to exit stage left, and then I yeet him through the door.
So
Oh, that's
yeah,
excellent.
you can use the,
You
your
eat Neumann.
you
The
can't
exit
use your
stage.
action this turn to move him.
Oh, no, let her yeet him. Let her do it.
Let me.
I mean, look, someone can just
Basically
push
out
me.
of combat unless
Yeah.
you're planning on attacking us as we leave anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much what I plan to do; it's what the dice plan to do.
What do you mean?
Let me eat the cat.
Eat the cat.
Eat the cat.
Neumann has a couple of saves that he can make.
Oh, alright.
The final hag is going to stay in place. Bertie.
So did I just
you like to
levitate him? I didn't get to
Yes.
yeet him?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
So I said, exit stage left, and then
Nothing happened.
nothing happened. And I
You
stood
can
there
still
like,
make the
shit.
gesture. You can still make the gesture.
Oh, okay, so I
You might,
make the gesture.
You might start floating toward, slowly
Yeah.
start to move. It's a small.
I definitely moved more quickly than the action would indicate, and I kind of look back like, that normally happens a lot faster when it's inanimate.
It's the Feywild too.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bertie,
Go with.
what would you like
Nice.
to do?
Thanks, ladies. Sorry about the angry cat. I hope all's well. Really cool to see you as well. Take care. And man, you are pretty magical, Ross. I'm pretty impressed, I must say. Well, and also I don't need to pick him up, so I am very happy. Kind of trots over to where Ross is, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
All right. Neumann.
Fuck.
No!
Jake's so happy right now.
You don't really get your turn per se, but you do get the saves at the end, which may impact things depending on
They
how you
impact
save.
my
God,
wonderful.
I hope you make the save and you're no longer fucking in this trance and you're just floating and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm still like, yeet.
You technically can't,
And then, meow.
you can't make saves against the levitate, but you do make saves at the end of your turn against the possession. So wisdom save for that.
Oh god. That is a 2.
That is a 2. Still possessed.
Very possessed.
And for the hold person, which is also a wisdom saving throw.
That is not as good as I thought it was. The 6 and the 9 look exactly the same. So that is a 6.
Hey.
6. Yeah, you are still held. So yeah, and because of that, I think we can easily say, yeah, you managed to get.
We eat the cat.
Eat the cat!
Yep.
Nice.
Eat the cat and clamber out. Is he still cursed when we leave?
Yeah.
Darby, before we leave, is there anything on the ground Bertie can pick up? Like a rock or
Mushrooms.
whatever?
Roll
Flowers?
me a perception check.
You're pretty good at perception. Nice, I rolled a 16, and his perception is +7, so...
Right. So yeah, there's a couple of flowers that are generally unique to the Feywild.
Awesome. So as he's trotting along after you guys, be very pleased he doesn't have to pick Neumann up. He grabs some flowers as we step outside.
I will ask a question. Ross, do you yeet him before you go out or after? Who goes through the rift first? You or Newman?
I assume it would be Neumann.
In my head, it was Neumann.
Okay,
like,
good,
I was
good.
going to yeet him through, and then I was going to leap
I just
up.
wanted to make sure, for reasons that I'm sure Darby will somewhat touch on, when yourself and Newman leave the Feywild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can someone roll me 3d6, please? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've got
I
it.
just need a 3d6.
Okay.
I got it. So that was nearly the devil's number. We got a 6, a 6, and a 5.
Ooh.
Is this
no.
terrible?
Oh, no. I hate that laugh.
He sounds very happy. I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not happy.
You weren't in there for that long, so it's not as bad as it could.
Oh, the time warp. Oh. I forgot that.
Oh, shit.
Get the
We're on a time-sensitive mission.
The result
We are.
you got was days become weeks. So you do feel from like the you notice that there are like little cracks in the facade and windows where you can see outside, and by your best estimates, maybe, well, there's a couple of things, and one, you notice that there's probably a good 5 minutes between each of your exits coming out the other side.
Brody's at last.
And
Anya would have waited for Ross and Newman to go through first.
I mean,
you threw Newman first through. The paralyzed.
Still possessed too.
You would have woken up alone, no idea what was going on.
He's still possessed, possibly.
Another important detail.
Yeah.
Because of how things have played out. Newman, can you roll me is it a wisdom save? Yes, it is a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. 2. Curse die. Sure, if the curse wasn't on my die.
So, as far as you're aware, none of that happened.
Yep.
You just woke up, like, suddenly in the middle, like, after the possession ends, after the whole person ends. The whole person probably would have ended as immediately because of the connection being severed between you and the hag. But as soon as the enchantment ends, as soon as the possession ends, you find yourself in this vaguely familiar room. The ethereal plane representative room, by yourself, with no recollection of like your allies leaving you, no idea where they are.
For the 5 minutes it takes for me to get there.
What would Neumann do in like those first couple of minutes?
Cry.
He's going to backtrack, and I'm guessing he's going to wake up in a bit of a haze. And there's a few things that he notices. So no one else is around him. He's in the room with the Feywild door and all that still. Yeah. Last he remembers, we were going to go into the Feywild door. And his Titania's needle is out.
Yeah.
So, I reckon...
That's less interesting than you being really sad and lost. Jeez. Way to make logical conclusions.
I mean,
I'm just tossing up whether or not he A, runs into the Feywild door to find you guys, or B, not do that.
Roll highs or lows. Highs you go in, lows you don't.
If I go in, I die. Alright, cool. Flip a coin.
Not necessarily.
Flip a coin then.
Who, you want me to do it?
Alright,
I've got a coin.
I've got it in my hand here. So, heads, he goes back in. Tails, he stays out. It is...
I don't like this.
Heads, he goes back in.
We're right in the entry. We are literally...
Hopefully he runs into one of us.
So a fraction
Wouldn't
of
he run into me?
Yeah, for you guys, a fraction of a second after Neumann gets pushed out the door, he comes bolting back in.
Oh, God, he's back! Quick, catch him!
Can Ross, like, grab his arm and just jump back through? Is that a strength roll?
Only if Neumann is opposed to it.
I mean, like, if I'm running out and I'm looking for you guys and I see you, I think what he's mainly going to do is just, stop
Slam
himself.
straight.
So if you're slamming into him, I don't think he's really going to have time to...
Tackle him through the rift! Tackle him through the rift!
I'm going to be like, no! And just jump back through. I'm not like I'm going to hit him. That's not... Ross is
Oh, no!
fucking hand.
Do they both have to make a roll again?
Like, to jump back through.
Oh,
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
So how are you-
for the memory?
This is
the
gonna
memory.
happen like 2 fucking times.
Well, if Ross is jumping back in with him though, it should be fine. If both of them, if at least one of them remembers.
So
Yeah,
Newman,
but that's
Newman and
very
Ross,
dependent.
please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
And if it's Newman's not going to remember. He only knows
8.
Please be good. Please be good. Please be good.
So yeah, you forget Newman.
Oh,
20.
12.
Thank
Hey.
God.
Ross!
That would have been funny
Ross.
though.
You remember. You remember what has just gone down. And you wait the probably 5-10 minutes, and Anya and Bertie respectively come back out.
Hang on. How did you tackle Neumann? Like, did you just like with all your might, like literally spear tackle him, or did you like just shove him? Because I want it to be you spear tackled him.
I originally in my head I like grabbed his arm, but I think I just spear tackle him and go through the door.
All right. So in the last episode, we both separately did very graceful rolls.
Yes, we did.
Can we please roll for a combo roll?
Yes.
Combo graceful roll.
Can acrobatics? Darby?
Acrobatics.
And the best part is no one's around to see it.
Yeah.
Now, how does this work?
And
Because I'm
Newman's
at
fucking
disadvantage.
forgotten it again. He wakes up being
Well,
tackled.
You're at disadvantage to intelligence checks.
Only intelligence checks? Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I have advantage on acrobatics, so I just rolled another 20.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And for that is a 28 for Neumann.
He does a cooler flip.
So that 20 was your total, was it, Ross?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, both brilliant tumbles into the room. Newman, yours is sublime.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we
the
sort of we sort of like roll in the shape of a wheel, and then you like we're connected at the feet. You
Yep.
become like on your back and kick Neumann off. Newman does like a backflip, elevate into the air, and then just lands on the ground superhero style, sort of going backwards. However, he can't remember how he came to this.
And also,
Yeah, I
in
was
the
going to say, I have a question, Newman. How do you react to just coming to you with Ross just fucking decking you?
can I just say I do that cool like that from the back, that little jump up everyone does in the superhero movie, where I like jump up and then I just do a big spin around and I do like those ta-da gymnast arms.
Yes.
Amazing.
All the guards that have gathered here by now are very impressed.
Hey, what just happened? Where is everyone?
They were right behind us.
Are they still in the Feywild? Newman gets up to run through the Feywild.
Ross like kind of jumps in front of him like no. We were just leaving the Feywild. You don't. Okay, so the memory thing obviously has gotten you, but like the time warp has obviously happened here. So if we just give them like 5 minutes, I'm sure this'll resolve itself.
They're all definitely coming through, though.
Yes, the hags let us go.
Right.
Yes.
It was tags.
Yes, and look, there was a lot going on. I was paralyzed for a little bit there. You were glowing in the eyes for some reason, and your sword kept shaking. It was all very confusing and weird.
I think, like, it's happened before, but I usually know when that happens. Are you sure? Definitely,
Well-
like, was it in the eyes?
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is bad. What happened? Is everyone okay?
Yes, we're all fine. I took a bit of a hit. Did we get struck by lightning?
Newman sort of checked.
Yeah.
There was
Anya did.
a line
You and
of
Bertie
lightning
did, I
that
think.
struck through.
I was okay.
Newman.
So we kind of got hit by lightning a little bit, but we're all chill. We're all fine. The show can go on. It's all good, you know? So we do not need to run back in there and be heroes. We can
right.
continue on
All right.
our journey and not do this again.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here, but lightning, you say? And he sort of like checks himself, and he can feel like a lot of like hair on the back of his head on hand. So he sort of just like licks the back of his hand and he sort of just puts it all down. He goes, "Yeah,
Have you just
I feel
gone, like,
quite statically
fluffy?
charged, to be honest."
Yeah. These puffy,
Oh,
puffy Newman.
and Ross kind of reaches out to like poke you, and there's like that static shock.
Yes.
I'm just,
100%.
That's incredible.
could have predicted that, but we're here now.
Anya stumbles through the door, through the doorway, and she's like, Neumann, why didn't you stay out here?
I did, from what I can tell. You guys, I sort of woke up here and it was just me and Ross.
Okay, no. So
We did
had gotten
the most
you.
amazing thing.
We really.
Oh my God.
guys!
You know what? Okay.
You know that sort of like roll I did earlier. We sort of did like a combo.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You will have plenty of
Backflip and
time
then-
to tell me. You will have plenty of time to tell me. How long has it been? Since
about 5 minutes we've been waiting. Ross said everyone should be coming through. Was Birdie right behind you? Birdie's definitely coming through.
Yes, so another 5 minutes, I'm assuming, which will give you plenty of time to tell me about the sweet flips while I blatantly ignore you and try and calculate how much time we have lost. Can I roll like an intelligence or something for that 5 minute period?
Yeah, anyone
trying
who wants to
figure
work
how
it out.
long? What role would it be? Intelligence?
Newman's
Torn
busy.
between
Intelligence, yeah.
Ross like begins to start helping Neumann describe the flip, and then kind of realizes what Anya's doing, and is like, oh yeah, oh, that's that. Yeah, no, we're here for a reason.
For
Yeah.
13?
13. Okay, so for that you're not 100% sure because it's. I mean, you're not working with an exact figure.
And it's not like she would, or even she can now, but it's not like she would like write down numbers on the ground to calculate it. She's naturally quite bad at mathematics.
Yeah, and like you're working on a lot of estimates, like estimates of how long Neumann and Ross were waiting, how long you were actually in the Feywild room to begin with, but using basically worst case scenario and best case scenario figures, you work out it's somewhere between 2 and 4 hours that you may have lost.
That's
And you had already
Could be less.
been in the tower for probably about an hour and a half.
And what time did we enter the tower, and what is the time sensitivity of this mission?
You probably entered the tower just at dusk, so probably around about 6ish. So it's probably around midnight now.
Jeez.
And we have until dawn.
You have until dawn if you want to get out safely, and even then, it's not guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If it's just a safety issue, that's
You'll
style.
just have to kill some people. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
So we've got, depending on whether we lost 2 or 4 hours, we've got between 6 and 8 hours left. Yeah, cool.
Fun. That's fine.
Done.
And Betty jumps through
And-
the door. Hey guys, it's going. Oh,
Hey,
that was fun.
Newman just like smiles at you and goes, "Hey,
Hi. Neumann.
He doesn't get the full description of your sick flips like I did.
Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding. But sorry, I from the gist of it, you were sort of suggesting it wasn't important, which I think is wrong. However, I am here for a mission. But me and Ross did the coolest thing, and all of you didn't get to see it. It was this amazing.
Is it an
flip,
armor polishing thing, or
Just quickly, by the way, Bertie, just so you know exactly how important this is, it's now currently midnight-ish.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. The Feywild does that. I once went a job in there, and then I came back out, and some war had happened with some god ascension or something. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that happens. Time's weird around there.
on the ground. And
Cool.
There was a big roll and stuff. And this whole time, Neumann has been describing the flip, and you've just been talking over him.
Ross has been offering, now that she realizes, they've still got some time, she's been offering helpful interpretive shapes to help describe the flip.
Oh, very, very impressive. Ross, are you also how are you doing? You're looking a little bit singed, by the way. Great flip, guys. Very impressive. How are you feeling?
Look, I'm not feeling my best. I've felt better. Hold on. Let me remember how my character
If you were to
works.
put a numerical value on it, on a scale of a different numerical value, what would that scale be and what would the number be?
Oh, look, on a scale of 1 to 7, I'm definitely feeling about a 3.5. I'd say a 3. 3.5.
Okay. Not what
yeah.
I meant.
Okay.
For example, say on a scale of 0 to 58, I'm feeling about a 51,
She kind of spaces out a little bit and she's like, what? Sorry.
I'm
what?
sorry, I forgot you're a bard. Just ignore me. It's fine.
Okay. Look,
You go over to Bertie. I'm sure he will be more than happy to help you out.
well, yeah.
Bertie.
I've got quite the magical touch. Yeah. Don't worry.
Is this going to be that elixir of yours?
Yes, precisely. I've got a little sample here. If you'd like to try some.
Oh, wonderful.
Excellent. So here you go. Oh, yeah.
If people would like, you can take a short rest at this point, if you would like, but that does take an hour.
I'm only 7 hit points down, baby. I'm good.
So Bertie pulls out a little vial, just comes out of his sleeve, and he hands Ross a little vial of pink, sort of some kind of pink substance. He's like, here, just give it a little shake, take a swig, and see if you feel better. He says as he pats her on the shoulder and casts cure wounds.
Okay, at what level?
Warlock level. I mean,
So level 4.
legitimate level.
So that is 4d8. Yeah.
Yep. Hang on. I'm just gonna.
Give me that healing, baby.
I believe that's your last warlock slot
Yeah, it is.
until you guys take
Aw.
a short rest.
We can knock out one more room before a short rest, surely.
All right. So 5, 4, 9,
And he's still got cleric spells.
13.
I mean, and I've got healing spells as well.
So 17 plus. So he heals you for 20 hit points.
20?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So when you drink this elixir, you suddenly feel very healthy. How are you feeling?
Much better, but how much of that was the elixir and how much was the spell?
It was all the elixir. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, because I know what I've cast healing spells. I know what they feel like. So how?
Oh, of course. Well, the elixir helps. You see, yeah. Most of it was my magic. I am, of course, very magical. Some people have said I have a bit of a magical touch. But yeah.
Hearing this conversation, she kind of chirps in. She in the most sleazy, hilarious way possible that you've never actually seen from her. She puts her arm around like Bertie's shoulders and she's like, "Oh yes, our Bertie is very skilled in magic. He is quite spectacular, actually. His form of I'm not a magical person, but his form of magic that he weaves into his potions is honestly unparalleled. Like, I've seen nothing like it." And that would be, do you want performance or deception?
Are you trying to be deliberately deceptive, or are you being sarcastic?
She's not being she's being sarcastic for Bertie's benefit. She's not being sarcastic for Ross's benefit.
Okay, so
it would sound sarcastic to people in the know.
Okay, so probably deception then.
So Bertie, like his little ears are like
18?
the second that Anya puts her arm like around his shoulder, his little ears flick up and he just like shrinks down a bit. He's like, looks
she's
very
being a
uncomfortable.
wingman.
Yeah.
He's very bad at it.
Ross, can I get you to roll an insight check?
Yeah.
And suddenly Bertie's sweaty pedals a lot as well.
I've gone in there. I'm uncomfortable with the atmosphere I've created in the studio today. Insight 13.
13. So not quite enough. Like, so this is.
That's fine. We need to remain friends.
This must be a
That's
healing.
about right.
Like, this must be a healing potion of that Bertie's crafted and given you.
Yeah. You're right, Anya. That's it. Yep.
Well, it
Pretty
sure
good.
went down smooth, Bertie. Thank you so much. What flavor was that one?
Oh, well, it's a little bit of everything, really. Mostly cherry. I've had some people compare it to. Yeah.
Right, okay. I definitely got some of that, like, in the aftertaste. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, precisely. Yeah, so that's like Bertie's elixir. It's like it's pretty much a cure-all for like everything. Also, like, it was great in hair. I like sometimes like just use it as like a restorative tonic. Apparently, it's a good hangover cure as well. It just basically does everything. It's only like 4 gold a bottle.
Anya, whose arm is still around Bertie's shoulder, unless he's shoved her off. She's like, Bertie, you should give her your card.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, people that like, yes, you're an excellent person. I'd love to. Yeah, here you go. And he like so pulls his left sleeve and then pulls out of his sleeve a business card with like a flourish.
Ross takes it, and then she she's got like that big red belt. She just kind of shoves it in there like the pockets of a wallet.
Ideal.
Great.
I love it.
Yeah, taken somewhere safe. Yeah, and yeah, again, it's like a black business card with like a giant eye on it and the word deal under it. Very
Cute. I love that.
Anya, having finished her good deed, pats Bertie's shoulder and smirks and just walks off towards Neumann and is like, "Shall we get moving?"
Yeah, but where to? I have a feeling we'll have to go through some more doors, don't we?
So what other doors do we have?
There is one door left to be explored in this room, which is the room corresponding with the Shadowfell.
Wait.
Right.
The Shadowfell was related to which one of us?
It's Bertie technically.
Bertie's background.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well, Ross wouldn't know that. She's gonna be like, well, we haven't had a lot of luck in this room. Do we maybe want to just like poke our heads in, just see if this is another synthetic nexus like the last room, and then get out of here before that cyclone starts up again?
Yeah, I have a feeling a second we go near that door, that cyclone's going to start up again. We either go in or we go out.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
We had this discussion, if I recall correctly, about the Feywild beforehand, where we knew that we shouldn't have gone in there because voice of Neumann, and we went in anyway. So, just to be safe, I have no connections to the Shadowfell. Does anyone have any curses placed on them by the Shadowfell?
No.
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 Okay,
I've only got one
should be home
curse
free.
that I'm aware of, and it's this sword.
It may be dangerous still. In fact, I almost guarantee it.
Yeah,
but
you're very cursed, Neumann.
we should have autonomy over the situation. Yes? Yes? She points at everyone. She's like, yes? Yes? And she's walking backwards towards the door. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like the door out.
The door to the Shadowfell.
I'm sure everything's gonna be just fine.
Yeah. So you all go into the Shadowfell room?
Sure.
Anya goes in with an arrow knocked. She's like,
What does Neumann know about the Shadowfell? Because I, as Jake, do not know anything about it.
Roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
I'll say Bertie is trailing behind you guys. He's the last to enter.
Hey, that's not too bad. 15 and a 14. So that is a 18.
18. Okay. So, the Shadowfell is kind of this realm of despair.
That sounds pleasant.
In much a similar way as the Feywild is this kind of vibrant echo of the material plane, the Shadowfell is this dark, dreary echo. There are very similar aspects to each plane. So that's probably what that would give you.
Dangerous place.
As you enter the room, you see an unimpressive grey stone room with a singular doorway. You don't feel the sort of planar shift kind of feeling on your body that you did with the Feywild. You are still solidly on the material plane.
Interesting. Okay.
Ross, who
somehow
has
that's worse. That's what Anya says. Anyway.
Ross, who has, like, for lack of a better word, unsheathed her tambourine in case of emergency, kind of looks around and is just like, maybe they haven't finished building it or connecting it yet?
Let's hope it's that, and not something worse.
Bertie, Anya, and Neumann, can you all roll me intelligence checks? Neumann, of course, at disadvantage.
This
Checks
is not
or saves?
Anya's song.
Checks.
Do I not have to roll because I'm infernal? Did you get that 20?
I got a nat 20.
Hey,
Which is a lot for Bertie, considering he's not very intelligent. Yeah, that's just a 20 because it doesn't have any modifiers.
13 for. And I'm guessing I just added the +3 intelligence to it. So if it's just a flat intelligence.
yeah.
Bertie, during this discussion, you immediately have a vivid recollection of that discussion with the Arcane Convocation. Talking about how the Shadowfell is gone at the moment. Because Zorthram Tathara and the Shadowfell were one in the same.
Yeah, and they're here now. But so Bertie, like, if this was a TV show, the camera just zooms in on Bertie's eyes. He like looks around the shift. He's like, "Oh well, I guess that's pretty lucky."
And then the wizard's words echo in the background.
I, as a player, have a problem with that. Only at the convocation that we're all like, oh, we're not sure which demon this is. We're not sure. The Shadowfell is gone, but we're not sure.
Oh, it's because they don't know Zorthram Tathara is a thing. It's just like an entity.
So
it wasn't like connected to the Shadowfell itself.
They simply know Like, they simply know that the Shadowfell is missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Missing, like a
And
lost
that
sock.
something...
Like a lost sock.
Because if you look at history, it is believed that Zorthram Tathara was destroyed.
Yeah.
That is what all the
Alas,
history
no.
and the mythology surrounding the Age of Carnage states.
And there was an anonymous letter handed into the convocation saying Zarthram Tathawa as well, which
Say what,
we
sorry?
then got. You get it. You know what I meant? That's what matters. And then we got investigated in like a court case.
Yeah, basically.
But on that revelation, we're going to go to break
Alrighty.
/ end of episode.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
everyone.
listening.
Listening.
Stay safe out there. We love
Yes.
you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Happy
Bye.
Pride!